Today I'm here to talk on digital versus hard copy. The biggest dilemma that the resident these days have in their mind is to choose between a soft copy or a hard copy. Now we all know that there's so much data and so much knowledge available all over the web, and with the advent of Telegram and WhatsApp coming in, ebooks and so many articles, publications are so freely available. So I'm just going to touch down on how to prepare for your exam. Now, I was told that ophthalmology is an end branch, but definitely it's not an end branch. I mean, after entering ophthalmology, I came to know that there are so many subsets in ophthalmology, and each subset further has a medical and a surgical branch again, which needs a fellowship. But that's a completely different topic. We'll not talk about fellowship. So, like the slide showing here, I think ophthalmology is a wide spectrum, and you really need to be prepared to go into the depth and not be a general ophthalmologist. I mean, it's a good thing to know everything. That's the moral over here. So, talking about hard copies, I think this is something which every medical college has their own subset of books, and they usually pass down from the senior to the junior. And these are some of the international authors that residents like to read. And of course, we have such brilliant Indian authors who have given us so much knowledge, and the list is never ending of Indian authors, and it keeps increasing, and so much information. But this is something very interesting I came across, and this picture states that there was a conference of different generals of different continents or countries, and they were asked, what is your opinion about food shortage in the rest of the world? So I'm going to use this picture as a metaphor. The African general said, what does food mean? The European general said, what does shortage mean? The American said, what does the rest of the world mean? And Arab said, what does opinion mean? So I want to use this as a metaphor. And this, I want to use that metaphor that not every book, so just similarly, like not every general knows everything. Similarly, not every book has everything written in it. So you have to read everything and then make notes. Like ma'am has already spoken about it very well, that read everything possible you have and then make notes. And talking about notes, I recently came across this wonderful book for residents, I notes by one of the alumni of AIMS, Dhawal Patel, and I think it's freely available on Telegram and WhatsApp for all residents. And I'll drop down my number for residents if they're interested. I can pass it on to them. And let's give an example. So if you see instruments and investigations, the edition of instruments and investigations, so beautifully he's divided each subtopic, and it's further written like there are different instruments, and he's written them in a very concise manner. And obviously investigations also very in a concise manner. So this is something which I really thought that residents should look upon. But talking about books and talking about this, so it said that old ways won't open new doors. What I mean to say is that is it enough to just read hard copies? That is your books. But these days, with internet available everywhere and everything is free, why shouldn't we look at the other aspects also? So the key over here is to apply the knowledge from books, and then apply that knowledge. And then when you're in private practice, or when you're in a practice, whether it is a government or a private, to apply that knowledge that you've read. So I somehow feel that whenever you read something, the key is to apply the knowledge. And to apply the knowledge, I'm going to talk about certain e-learning or soft copy resources. Now, the main advantage of soft copy resources is that they are actually accessible to everybody. They're affordable as compared to the books that are in thousands, and it is available anywhere, anytime. You can learn at your own place. You don't need to go and visit a library specifically. You can just sit at home and download these e-learning resources, and you can multitask along with it. And obviously, with so many articles and journals that you're reading, you can collaborate as well. So I've divided e-learning or soft copy resources into the following. The first one being ophthalmology websites. Webinars, of course, this is something that is an outcome of the pandemic. And ophthalmology video banks, I think in the lockdown, everybody wanted to just sit and then edit their videos and upload it on different platforms, which was wonderful. I think so much to learn and so much to gain from these videos, which I'll talk later. Podcasts are something which a lot of people don't know about, and I've recently started learning about them. and I listen to them whether I'm exercising or I'm driving. I think they're a wonderful platform. Ebooks, of course, residents know more than us. So, talking about the first one, that is ophthalmology websites. Now, I'm going to go and just give a brief about certain websites. So this is iguru.org. It was started by two residents from the UCLA, and it is targeted for beginners. So I recommend this website. I've just gone through it, and it's a wonderful platform. Again, it has very high quality content, very well organized, really good high resolution images of common eye diseases. So whenever you're sitting in the OPD or in your clinics, and whenever you come across a case and you want to see a better image or better picture of it, you have this website, and there are many courses available. So very practical approach for residents. That's what I thought. And top contributors in this website are from Arvind Eye Institute, Bascom Palmer Institute, Will's Eye. So these are they've collected data from all these top institutes. Talking about the website, I think it is a free website, and you have to just log in for free. You can register. Once you register, just an example of what the website is. So this is a flashcard or a case where they give you a OCT image, and they give you options, and you can basically tick and select the correct option. And if you select the correct, or if you select the wrong, they give you an explanation of what. So in this image, they give you an explanation of CSR and what exactly CSR and what you have to observe and how you have to describe. This is good for OSCE for residents. The next On this website itself, there are videos which are very well divided. So, say for example, the anatomy of lens and lens. It's a short, concise, animated video, but also along with teaching videos. So, a lot of videos which you can watch for free after signing in. Again, good surgical videos which are available in abundance, so you can go through them also. Thanks to AIOS, now we can access one network, the AAO one network. I think you can just go to the AIOS website and go to one of the options, and you can access this for free. And there is wide range of videos and research articles and publications. And the best part is that it's optimized for your mobile phones. So you don't need to have a laptop or a screen. You can just go. You sit in the OPD, like I said, open your web browser and do it. Uh, the One of the good things about this I like is simulator. Now, this is a good simulator for the beginners who want to learn cover, uncover test, and other tests. I think it's a very good platform again. iRounds.org is another website that I was very fond of. It's an education portal by the University of Iowa, USA, and it is one of the highest quality education resource produced by an ophthalmology institute. I think it has various subtopics like cases, atlas, videos, tutorials, and of course morning rounds are very common. So if you sign in, they will keep sending you emails with when they have morning round, and you can attend. This is an example of their cases. So every subset in ophthalmology is divided. Say cataract case, or say a oculoplasty case, very beautifully written cases with explanation of the cases. A subset of this website is gonioscopy.org. Again, a simulator for gonioscopy. I think I still visit this website, and when I'm in doubt about gonioscopies, it gives you videos of open angle, closed angle, and a lot of other diagnoses as given over here. So, very well described gonioscopy portal. The next one is cybersight.com by Orbis. Now, this is something which is a free online course in ophthalmology. All courses are free. There are live webinars. Some of the online courses like principles of anesthesia and all are in different languages. So very well organized website with free courses. I think all residents should go and apply for these courses. Short courses, not long, so very well explained. ICO educators, of course, this is a completely exam oriented website. I think wonderful neuro ophthalmology and glaucoma topics and courses available over here. So this is something good for ICO examinations and ICO fellowships also. The next one, which is my personal favorite currently, is the Atlas of Ophthalmology.net, and it is basically a public online database free of charge. So you can go through thousands of images, and also you can upload images over here. And they do a proofreading of the image that you send, and then upload the picture. So again, I'm a big fan of Dr. Timothy Root. I think his videos on YouTube are a must watch for all residents. And it's basic. This website, rooteyinetwork.com, is like a 180-page ebook. So very well concised website. with again an atlas and an dictionary, which I thought was very interesting. Uh, Indian websites are not, so Indians are not behind. I think Indian websites like eklavya.org by Shankar Nitalay, and then Oro Shiksha by Arvind, and eOftha, which is the largest database of presentation. So, I think as a resident, we keep looking for presentations for last minute reading. So it's a very good platform. Some of the ophthalmic pathology websites, Mission for USA, they give you different slides. Those who are into ocular pathology, they give you different slides and staining patterns and all. I explained very well over here. Then there is Atlas Genetics of oncology.org, very good for ocular tumors and the pathology part of ocular tumors. Then we have also the Kogan Collection.nei, again a good website for ocular pathology. Talking about video banks, so I'm done with the website part. Talking about video banks, itube.net, of course, has more than 30,000 videos. It has every subset possible, and it keeps growing. One interesting fact about this website is that 3D videos. So I really like the 3D videos because, see, as a resident, especially retina becomes very difficult to imagine. So these 3D videos make your life easier to understand retina videos at least. So I was very happy with this. And then, of course, YouTube. This is something which everybody has been doing during the pandemic. A few of my favorite channels on YouTube for residents are Moran Core, very good videos, high quality videos. Dr. Pranesh has started King classes, so I think beautiful drawings on the whiteboard, and his explanations are just outstanding. Dr. Najib, I'm a big fan. His eye anatomy and physiology are basic for first year residents. And of course, thanks to Namrata ma'am and AIOS, there are a lot of AIOS proceedings and AIOS channels available on YouTube, which has such high quality videos. Dr. Pradeep Mohanta has a very different approach of teaching residents, and his videos, he keeps uploading videos, and his cases, especially the SICS cases, I think it's a must watch for all residents. Dr. Saurav Patwardhan, again, I follow his every video. He started doing live surgeries and he portrays it on YouTube these days. So again, a big fan. Going to this website, I think I just want to talk about this Dr. Uday Devgan from Los Angeles. I think it's the best available video website for residents because he actually takes resident cases and reviews them. So this is something which I think nobody else is doing, and it's very interesting to watch. Podcasts, like I said, are something very new to me, and I've recently started going through them whenever I'm driving or whenever I'm exercising. So it's good to hear. I for years. This is a good podcast. So if podcast can be heard on all platforms, including Spotify, Google, and iTunes Store. And I for years is basically a podcast started by a few ophthalmic residents in the US, where they sit together and they discuss about a case. If, for example, differentials of enlarged corneal nerve, so they will talk about that in detail and how they will give answers in a viva. The next one, and the very interesting one, is by Shankar Netralaya. It's called SN Snippets. And this is very interesting because it's just like listening to a viva where the examiner is sitting in front of the patient, in front of the ophthalmologist, that is the PG, and they have a one-on-one discussion where questions are asked, and the ophthalmologist or the PG is giving answers to the examiner. Again, ophthalmology off the grid. This is my personal favorite at present because it gives you the speakers are basically ophthalmic innovators. So the new innovations that they're coming up with, I think it's a great inspiration for residents to start early on and think out of the box. So this is something which, if you have free time, please go through. And lastly, as seen from here, this is started by Dr. Josh Young in New York University, and it was so good that his podcasts are now part of the ASCRS. So again, coming back to the last slide, I think ebook versus printed books, that is soft versus hard copy, it's a complete dilemma. But if you have both available and if you have the time available, I think you should not miss both. Both are equally important, and you should just read each one of them. So thank you. That's my talk for the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neeraj, for the depth and insight into all the different modes of learning for the availability that is available for the students right now. Uh, Dr. Naren, can we have your inputs on how one should go ahead with studying for the exams?
I think definitely. I mean, people who don't have internet access, or if you just have books, it should be good enough. I mean, it shouldn't be like, okay, others have it, you don't have it, don't worry about it. whatever's there with you, put in all your, all your best. I think you should shine brilliant.
Yeah, I was completely spellbound, by the presentation given by Dr. Neeraj Israni. And it is just good to know that they are, see, because we are on the other side, we examine students, but we don't know what is available for them and what are the learning resources, especially the digital ones. So for me, it was a great revelation and excellent presentation. I think it said it all. It said it all.
Yes, lot of hard work, Neeraj. Brilliantly presented, and you're fortunate to be in an era where you have all these electronic stuff. And COVID has, actually, if anybody wants to see any surgery, Dr. Namrata has been responsible for making so many webinars. You don't need to worry about anything. Everything is there at the tip of your finger. When we were studying our residency days, to get a journal, American journal, was a big deal. You had to go, and we couldn't afford that. So the college library may not have it. You wanted to see some surgery, you had to go to the US for the academy meetings, and attend. Then you had to go to some place in the US and see who's that surgeon operating. You have everything right here at your fingertip. Only thing is intentions. You don't have to travel anymore on your route, on your jog. You're brilliant what you said. Absolutely. Every moment you're exercising, traveling, minus your music, you can listen to your podcast, which are so great. You've given all the sources. You could list them and just send it across, Pooja, in an email. What he said, if somebody has missed out, because so very important. So many spots which he has spot. So it's a great learning process for us also, as Dr. Namrata said. It's so very different. Brilliant.
Dr. Gaurav, your thoughts?
Just like Namrata said, I was spellbound. I said, how come I don't know so many things?
Yeah.
It was really an amazing resource. I think, I picked up a few things which I would love to see. And as Dr. Himanshu said, that I think, the current generation is so lucky to have, huge number of these new resources. And, on like, you don't even have to move from your seat. You're just kind of, on your phone. As he said, while he's driving, you can listen into the podcast. I do use Spotify for podcasts as well. And I didn't know we have ophthalmology podcast. And so I think that it's really transforming. If somebody really wants to learn, there is like a sea of information of all kinds. It's all over. You just have to kind of plug into it or tap into it what you like, and nothing can stop you from learning. So nobody should have an excuse of saying that I'm in, as Namrata said, I'm in a peripheral college, or I'm in a college where they don't teach. You have like every resource available, so there's no excuse. You just have to have that motivation and desire to learn, and that's it.
Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Kamaljeet, what would you?
यस
Sir,
हमारा कहना तो ये देखो एग्जाम पास करने की बात चल रही थी ना तो एग्जाम पास करने के लिए अपने जो सीनियर लड़के हैं उनको पकड़ो और यू विल गेट हार्डली फ्यू केसेस व्हिच आर केप्ट एज लॉन्ग केस और शॉर्ट केस
9 o'clock.
अगर आप लिस्ट बना लो ना सीनियर से मिलके तो वो लिस्ट जो है उसको प्रेजेंट करो कीप ऑन प्रेजेंटिंग दोज केसेस फॉर एग्जाम्स अदरवाइज यू हैव टू प्रेजेंट ईच एंड एवरी केस बट फॉर मतलब 6 महीने पहले जो है ना यू स्टार्ट वर्किंग हार्ड ऑन दैट because you get a case of diabetic retinopathy in retina you will get a case of BRVO, CSR, detachment, PVRs. These are 4 or 5 cases. In cornea you would get keratoconus and all that. So there are hardly corneal ulcers acute cases we don't give. Okay. And in cataract normally we don't give, otherwise if you get cataract you are in trouble. Oculoplastic cases you can get, orbit you can get. So these are the cases which you have to present before your exams. होता ही है कि अब you get the case like एक trichitis का मिल गया आपको, एंट्रोपियन मिल गया, आपने कभी पढ़ा नहीं है, प्रेजेंट नहीं किया, तो you are in trouble. Many a times I have put this pterygium and episcleritis and people get confused. So all these cases, short cases, long cases, you have to make a list after the end of second year and talk to your seniors. You will get all those cases. Just a few list is there, and if you continue working with that, you will be the master and you will be doing a very good job during your exams.
Thank you, sir.
One comment, if it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the homework done is excellent, and I think since we're talking about this topic, I think youth IIRSI can actually take it forward, especially to the periphery where a lot of students actually can't afford books because I know a lot of people who can't do it. So I feel this is one way, to really teach them or spread the news. Okay, this is the thing. Man, actually go there, give it to give a speech to them, or even webinar or anything like that, and just show them how you can do it, and forward it to them. Sometimes when you just give it to them, until then they feel like they don't have the means of accessing all these high-end books and high-end information. That's what they always think, and it's a very blocked mind. So I think Neeraj has done a wonderful job in showing how easy it is to access any kind of information we need. I think we really need to push it to all the people who cannot afford it. maybe the youth.
I am following
Yeah.
UC regularly, and they keep on telling you all what is available in the net and the books and the journals where you can get everything free. And they have done wonderful job. So you can get everything. And many a times, as Dr. Gaurav was saying, I have also learned so many new things, how to approach net and YouTubes and all that to get more stimulated by the knowledge. And you can be talking to the best of the persons. Gradually, we have talked to Arshnov, and recently Dr. Namrata arranged such a wonderful international meeting. So all that you can learn from, and I would tell you that I have attended almost all the conferences in Europe and United States, but I have found that Indian speakers are the best speakers. They give you the best things that you really need. And I find that our speakers are, if not better, they are as good as the international speakers in many ways.